I'm going to show you how to reupholster the back of a chair. The same process can be used to reupholster the seat of the chair, minus an extra step, which I'll explain. Using a screwdriver, you want to remove all screws that hold the backrest into the chair. Choosing your weaponry wisely for the next step will help you in the long process of removing all staples. I would suggest either a staple remover, pliers, or even a flathead screwdriver can do the trick, but there are a lot of them. Once you have conquered this task, it should look something like this. Separate all parts and confirm that you don't need to replace the foam padding or the wood. Disregard how disgusting my piece of wood is and how it should have been replaced. Let's just move on to the next step. Using the fabric of your choice, I used a striped patterned cotton blend for the flat back of the chair, which features a vinyl decorative bow. Lay the fabric wrong side up and flat. Spray adhesive the side of the wooden board that the screw holes are on. You don't have to leave as much extra material as I do. Make sure you have at least 2.5 inches of material all the way around the board, which will be folded over and stapled down. We'll want to use a few staples within 1 inch wide parameter because we are going to cut strips next, going up until 1/4 of an inch shy of the edge. Fold the cut you just made over to your stapled down strip so that your overlapping bottom corners kiss. This should make about 1 inch to 1.5 inches fold that you stapled down. As you continue this process around your board, you want to make sure that this side stays smooth and flat as well as the edge. It's especially important to get this as flat and tight as you can since it will need to fit back into the chair. To do this, run your finger along the edge. Once it's smooth and flat, staple down before making your next cut and fold. Though this doesn't have to be perfect, you want to make sure that all staples in the edge are all the way down. So if you need to, use a hammer to make sure that they're not sticking up. And voila! Your board should now look similar to this one. Spray adhesive the back and then place the foam on it. With the vinyl lying wrong side up, begin by stapling it to the edge of the board at the 4 cross points shown here. You will want just enough fabric to cover the foam and overlap the side edge of the striped fabric, just up until the lip of the board. Make sure as you're stapling to pull the vinyl as tight as possible. Once you have stapled the 4 cross points, I know that there's other people out there that just want to jump from all this crisscrossing, but we got a task to complete. You're going to want to continue in between those cross points, pulling tight and making sure that every staple gets into the wood, not the foam, as well as all the way down. Using a hammer all the way around the board. When it's completed, it should look something like this. Now we're going to clean that little girl up. Trim the edges as we want it to lay as flat and smooth as possible so it'll fit back into the chair. Believe me, it's a task. And we're cutting and cutting and it's cut. Okay, next step is going to be a biatch. So you want to grab one of these like skinny, maybe a file. I used a bookmark that was metal. It was like a Benjamin Franklin thing. Anyways, find something skinny that'll wedge through there. Also grab an awl.